The Pulse with Andy Blake, presented by Coca-Cola, Telecom Fiji, in association with Go Advertising, Jets of Fiji, Love Our Locals, and supported by Fiji Airways, Fiji Link, Captain Cook Cruises Fiji, and Golden Point Resort.
Last week, I explored Fiji's garden island and new adventure capital, Vude. This week, I'm exploring some of the attractions of the Suncoast in the Ra province. The Suncoast stretches along the northern shore of Fiji's main island, Vitilevu. Its stunning, beautiful stretch of country combines mountain landscapes, cane fields and villages that is garnished with the surrounds of the turquoise and world-famous Bly waters, which is a diver's mecca. The coast is also home to immaculately kept hotels such as the Tanoa Rakiraki and is the perfect base for when exploring the Ra province. Just about a 2.5-hour drive from Andhy International Airport is this gateway to the real Fiji. Here, you can untwine, untwist and rejuvenate before you head out to explore the attractions on offer in these parts.
Bula, welcome to Tanoa.
Experiences that you must include when visiting the Suncoast is a boat trip with Golden Point Resort to sight spinner dolphins, enjoy some fishing, and later a unique picnic experience on an idyllic sandbank. Visit Fiji's Suncoast and lodge into the heart of some of the lushest and beautiful landscapes of the Ra province. Sail out to meet the dolphins of the Ra coast, enjoy honey farm excursions, or tour vibrant murals and historic tomb sites. The Suncoast is calling your name. Experience the warm Bula spirit and smiles when you fly our national carrier to Fiji. For information on all international and domestic travel, visit www.fijiairways.com. And for more information about our beautiful islands, visit the official website of Tourism Fiji. Bula Vinaka, Namaste and good evening. Welcome back to The Pulse with Andy Blake. I trust you are enjoying your evening from whatever part of Fiji you are joining me from on my TV and around the world on our Facebook Live and YouTube channel. Thank you for your company. Before the break, our Bula passport and travel feature on Fiji's Suncoast. The Ra province is laden with lots to see and do. One of the attractions that you must see and visit is the St. Francis Xavier Parish in Naseralangi village along the King's Highway, which has a mural of the Black Christ due to the depiction of a Fijian-looking Christ figure in the mural by French artist Jean Chalot above the altar. Now for our Easterlay segment, produced by the partnership of the National Archives of Fiji and the Pacific Media Assistance Scheme, supported by the Australian government and implemented by ABC International Development, titled The Memory Project.
So in the past, our ancestors wouldn't really have books or pens to be able to write down our stories, what had happened in Fiji, marking our milestones. And so rather we'd put all these stories and we'd travel it into our present day through song and dance. And that's why it's so beautiful and so important to us as Fijians, that we keep this tradition and keep it alive and keep it going today. Vude is a contemporary dance company based in Fiji. We started about 11 years ago, and knowing how tiny Fiji is, we also aim to bring Fiji to the world. We are the most internationally toured dance company in Fiji.
One of the biggest highlights for us, we were able to perform at the Commonwealth Games in Brisbane, Australia, and it was a great experience.
We need to always ask for approval before creating a new meke, and we need to do it the respectful way, the right way, going to our elders and asking for approval on what movements to use, what words to use, what stories to tell. And we hardly have that in modern day society. We hardly have anyone that's going all the way back to their elders and asking for approval in order to create a meke, create a traditional dance. So that's something that we always encourage, no matter how new we are. We always encourage our youths and our dancers that we have in our company today to go about creating dance in the right and respectful way. The idea of contemporizing traditional Fijian dance is always going to be a sensitive topic. It's always going to be a controversial topic to bring up. The idea of it is still pretty new. It's a new idea we have in Fiji because we're so protective over our traditional songs and our traditional dances that the idea of this bringing something new into it, we feel like it may be affecting us or maybe trying to push away our traditions, and in a way it would be lost. I guess that's why it's almost understandable that people will always have mixed feelings on it. So long as we do it with love and that we mean well, mixing our new with our old, to create something that was meant to be beautiful and not meant to hurt or offend our elders.
When I watch traditional mechas being performed back in the past, I always think how beautiful and how strong and how just graceful it is. From a person who's had years of dance experience, technique classes, it's nothing close to what I see in the films. They dance so graciously and in groups, and it's so alive, and you can see that everyone is dancing together in unison. And even if it isn't, oh my goodness, it's a beauty you cannot describe. I always wish I could maybe just jump in, like back in those films and like dance alongside them, or if that someone's great grandmother was dancing that had taught her generation, her family, and it had been passed on to me. I would love, and I would be so honored to be learning those dances. It's not enough to just watch and dance it. It means so much more being taught by someone who's learnt it from their elders.
If we as Fijians did not have mechas, traditional dancing or singing, traditional chants, I strongly feel like we would lose a bit of ourselves. We lose a part of our history, stories that could have been told by our ancestors, stories to be passed on, we'd lose a bit of. We probably would not know most of our own parts of our own villages from our own tribes. Even our family lines would be completely gone. That's just how important dance and song is to us.
Bula, and welcome back to The Pulse with Andy Blake. Before the break, Dance Through the Ages with Vude dancer Tari Weeks, discussing the crucial role of traditional dance in Fiji history and culture, and the ways in which the Vude Dance Company approaches the sensitive process of creating contemporary dance in Fiji. Great stuff. Now sit back and enjoy our Vude segment. This is Inside Out and one of their local hits, Yadra. Enjoy.
Bula, may sereta ka tu. Kubatu kaloko delaniabu. Samayado na lenga, tumay biutani tu. Sakena nga una, menda tu da kemay. Nung nandaling na matuay aloba talamay. Kuwasona wanray muribi taurilinga mai Nalutu na bono matani tu sawanra Dimenduri melita kine na nonda kawa Yadra mo Yadra Yadra mo Yadra Yadra mo Yadra mo Yadra sese rau tumbu mai matani batu bakhandeni ngauna ne tuku le usui ni kalabamu eu tamani nando mo itime bakarau sema ni bonua erna tu ena kena ngauna beliu taki mera marroya no te bonua yuira sakawa ni ulumutua mai ulunda sembera kena ngauna sembera juga buta.
Yadra Mai from Inside Out to close our show this evening. I hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Remember, you can watch our Bula passport segments when you fly on all Fiji Airways international flights, and these can be found under the travel section of the in-flight entertainment. Don't forget to like and follow the Pulse with Andhy Blake Facebook page and keep up to date with future episodes. I look forward to seeing you again next week right here on my TV. For now, stay safe and enjoy the rest of your evening. Modemanda.
The Pulse with Andhy Blake, presented by Coca-Cola, Telecom Fiji, in association with Go Advertising, Jacks of Fiji, Love Our Locals, and supported by Fiji Airways, Fiji Link, Captain Cook Cruises Fiji, and Golden Point Resort.